Hey, could we have quiet on the set, please? I think a tour is gonna come through at some point. They'll be looking for Ellen. It's been almost 26 years of doing the show, and it's a very artificial environment, a talk show when you think about it. Most of them, there's an audience, and it's very presentational. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you know, here she is, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Yeah, hey. So we're gonna do a bit now. I mean, I've spent years trying to fiddle with the TV show to make it more of an honest, real environment. And then you take this hyper-speed jump to podcasts, which are extremely intimate because there's no cameras, because there's no lights and makeup. People forget themselves. Big stars come in, they just drop their kid off at school, and you're seeing them in a little bit more of a slice of life situation. I want them to be comfortable. So I tell all the guests, if something happens in there, I'm not in gotcha entertainment. I really do want them to feel like they're being protected. And I've always felt that way on the TV show too. For example, my interview with Stephen Colbert got, very intense. Stephen and myself have certain similarities, and we really started talking about this Catholic childhood and this need to feel like you suffered in order for something to be good. And it got very, very serious. I could make a whole room full of people laugh, and there was no misery beforehand, and everyone was happy. Does that feel like you're making faces like you really relate to what I'm saying? And you're crying. Stephen's crying right now, and he's putting mascara on, and it's running. When it was over, I remembered thinking it really felt like a therapy session. If Stephen had said, wow, that got much more intense than I wanted it to, maybe we don't leave it all in. I wouldn't have been shocked if he wanted that, but he didn't want to touch any of it. And I think that's what makes it really powerful. It's important to me that even the ads have some comedy protein in them. People know me, and I've spent so much time just trying to get my authentic, real personality onto television and onto this podcast, and to be myself and then suddenly go, hey, let's get serious and talk about Squatty Potty. This is a tremendous technology which enables you to force excrement naturally. It's a natural system. These are made of high quality ash. That's a really good wood. I can't do that. I mean, I just did, and I hope I get paid for it. I want to get paid in Squatty Potties. I've enjoyed the ads. Some of them I've had to read so many times that I've actually lost my mind. There's an ad for, I think it's fracture prints, which are printed on glass. And I've had to do the fracture ad maybe, 150 times, I think. And it's the point now where I'm like, let me tell you about it. Someone gives you a photograph and it's on paper, rip it up. Because it's gotta be on glass, man. It's gotta be on glass. Late night, there's a lot more of it than there used to be. There was a period of time there where back in the 90s, 2 late night shows battling it out, it just felt kind of silly to me, like it would be creatively stifling. It's very nice that we live in this world now where there are all these different late night shows and everyone can kind of do the thing that they want to do, their way. I think a lot of late night shows have sort of morphed a little bit so that sometimes there's comedy, but then they've become much more political. And that's not a bad thing. It's just different. I have strong political views and thoughts about things that I'm passionate about, but I choose not to go that way. But I feel like we're all put here to do different things, and it's really, I don't think it's why I was put here, is to passionately tell people what I think politically. I very much got into late night comedy because I wanted to do weird, silly things that made people giggle.